Hey guys, Nopon back, and I'm finally back with a new video. Guys, I basically got tired and yeah, stuff. But here's some guys. Of course I'm gonna mention this. I'm finally back with a Nowhere Railway video. The reason why I'm finally back with a new Nowhere Railway video because I haven't uploaded anything yet this year so far. Or because there has been nothing to talk about. There been not there's not been any new destinations and stuff. So guys, here's what I think could come to the game in like I don't want to say like a few days from now or a year, but sometime. Let me just show you a character I think could be coming to the game. I mean with all these other characters, look, guys, Ling in Nowhere Railway. I bet you are as Kate from the Witcher. I prefer her name as Kate. Now, Flatter and Dodge. Now, she came in a special pack with Splatter and Dodge, which makes me think, couldn't Diesel 10 be? Guys, Diesel 10 could be coming. Now, I'm not 100% positive that Diesel 10 could be coming. Now, guys, big rap. I'm thinking if Diesel 10 could come with Destination would come with. Guys, I'm thinking maybe. This all depends on if we get a bigger map to have bigger towns, so we can have the rolling bridge. Because Diesel 10 was only shown in one location on the show, in the CGI series. Now guys, I think this is her homework. Now let me just show you where I think. Guys, I will be making those dinosaur-related videos. I just need to think of a good plot for Dino Busters, both the movie and TV show. Guys, and I like how Leia is in the game. Guys, okay, in my head canon and a lot of others, I think that Leia would be one of the type of engine that she was made at. Guys, about Rosie. She and Rosie were both built on the Indian Valley Railroad in the late. She was built in the late 30s, like pre-30s. She was built in 1935, and Rosie was built in 1910. They were both built in the same decade, the 1930s. Leia was built, Kate was built in 33. Kate, Leia, you know what I mean. Leia was built in 1935. At the Baldwick, at the Indian Valley's own workshop in Baldwick. At the Indian Valley's own private workshop where a young Cornet Stone built. But then later she moved the Indian Valley Railroad. She was built at the. Okay, guys, in my interpretation, the workshop that they had access to the both built Kate as well as Rosie. It's the Baldwin locomotive were in Pennsylvania. Nah, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know many real life locomotive words over. Guys, yes, Eagle guys, yes. But Kate has, but then Rosie later got her, she really arrived as a green livery on the Northwestern, but then she was repainted. You know, the Indian Valley Railroad goes west of Ohio and then onward to Pennsylvania. Yeah, basically all over the Indian Valley actually that's the railroad that the two American locomotives work on now. Yeah, so basically guys, in my universe, the Indian Valley Railroad basically took over where the Polar Express was built. Where that is. I don't know, the Lima locomotive in Ohio. Yeah, so that's where Kate was built. At the Baldwin, either in the Lima local work. Yeah, she was built in the Lima locomotive works in Ohio. Yeah, Ohio close by. Turns out, well, okay, so the Indian Valley Railroad doesn't have a workshop to build their own locomotives. They have actually contracted the Lima locomotive works in Ohio to do that. That's where Kate and Rosie were built, at the Lima locomotive works in Ohio. But then, so, actually, guys, but then, she was built at the same time that over on the Minnesota Railway, there was actually another, and actually Stanley, just like in the Victor Kansas series, he was built at the Baldwin locomotive works in Pennsylvania. You see, in 1935, a lot of events happened, and I'm sorry I barely touched on it in my series. But like, 1930 was the time that Kate was built. 1935 was the time that both Kate, Rosie, and Stanley were all built. Technically, Stanley was there at the Baldwin locomotive works in Pennsylvania. You know, he was there for even though I've never back to what I was talking about. So Kate's backstory in my universe, she's not numbered, so she won't be a part of my Island or character backstory series. If I ever do give her a number, it's probably going to likely be number 13. Or I don't know. Here's some guys, I don't know. Kate will be in this series. Because the next character I'm planning to really deep dive is Edward, to tell you everything about Edward. But here's some more information on Kate. After being built at the locomotive in Ohio, she spent the first half of her life, up until 39, on. But then Burnett Stone decided to give her up to National. Burnett Stone, the very same year that you see, what happened was, and this is different from Victor. She spent. I'm going to show Kate working in an episode. It will be titled Kate's Busy Day. It will be a simple episode similar enough to last season. But in that episode, Kate is not like, well, guys, I'm not showing you Kate much right here. Guys, Kate looks identical to Lady, even down to the leather and other. Well, guys, in 2000. Hi, I'm Kate from the stories of the Unsung. The reason why I look like this is not because I don't have another design. That's another good. But I'm out. made, everything, everything that, 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 that Thomas just told you, everything I've been telling you, no, it's real. I was built in, me and Rosie were built 1 year apart. Hey Rosie, listen, you know that I was built in 1935 while you were built in 1936. Yeah, that makes us 1 year difference, Kate. Huh, how come I never noticed that? Huh, how come I never, huh, how come I never, huh, hold on. Huh, how come I never noticed that? That we were built, you were built in 40, in 35, and I was built a year later? Yeah, I was built, yeah, we were both built the same year at the same locomotive works. We were both built at the Lima Locomotive Works in Ohio. That's clever to know that we were both built around the same year. Yeah, yeah, it is clever. But you were built to be. But Kate, I heard rumors about you when you were being under construction after my first fire. Which are what? That you were made to you were made to go to Arizona, no, or somewhere where there wouldn't be much water or something. Where did you hear that? Oh, just toss around the work. I don't like to hear. I just don't. Guys, yeah. Guys, if I could, I would change it to Kate's later appearance in Stories of Sodor. Yeah, yeah, but Sally, guys, this goes ahead with the idea. Kate was painted this way because Burnett Stone wanted to. Well, Rose, it actually said here what that means. Okay? About the man who built me. His name was Burnett Stone. What about him? Later in 40, like the year I was built, his wife Sally died of leukemia at the age of 58. They've been together for years. Years. Oops. His wife. I hear that Burnett is now, guys, in this conversation between Kate and Rosie, it's happening in 2005. So this means that later I heard from Ben Alcroft when we were going to make that movie several years back that he's now a shell from himself. That's sad to hear that Burnett Stone did I say leukemia? Mia? I meant to say she passed away from something more deadly, like influenza. She died from influenza like 2 years later. 2 years after I was built, which I've always established I was built in 1935, so yeah, 1940. In 1949, Tasha Stone passed on. I later heard that Burnett tried to reach out to his granddaughter in 55. In 55, I heard that he was trying to build another one in my class, a small tank engine. Okay, so yeah, so later heard from Lily Stone, who's now in her mid-50s, that Burnett Sally did pass on. I heard from the only woman left that isn't a connection to my builder, Lily Stone. that Burnett, after 1955 and the whole Lily, after that, she came to visit him once a year until 1975. Why? What happened in 1975? That's when Burnett sadly passed on. He died in sleep on October 8th of 1955. Did I say 1955? On October 8th of 1975, Burnett sadly died. Sorry. He was a great man. I didn't know that he died until Britt Allcroft went to the to Muffle Mountain. 10, 10, 10, 10. Went to his old house. You need to tell me that you didn't know anything. Okay, I feel so sorry for you. Knowing that your builder died all these years, you're not the only one that has had to deal with the grief of when. How long have you known since 2000? All these years I thought Burnett was okay, but now I know that he's dead. As of 2000, as of when we filmed Magic Railroad, when Bill Allcroft told me that before filming began, and on the Isle of Man. And not the real Indian Valley, because that would be Mr. King would not allow, King Jr. didn't allow that. Something also made up completely from the movie yeah, was that Diesel 10 and I weren't rivals. What? Diesel 10 and you weren't rivals like in the movie? Yeah, I did play a nasty prank on Joshua years ago, but yeah, in 1958 I played a nasty prank on Joshua. Yeah, Joshua came, yeah, in 1958 I played a nasty prank on Joshua. In 1968 I played a nasty prank on Joshua. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, really? Yeah, I played a nasty prank on him in 58. But then a year later, 55th. Did I say 50? I meant to say 50. In 1958, I played a nasty prank on Joshua. But then a year later, but then a month, I did play a nasty prank on him once. When was that? Said Rosie. I'm just interested. When was that you played the nasty prank on him? 1958. But then, literally, a week after I played that nasty prank, he paid me back. Guys, I might have to make another Nowhere Railway video, like, soon. Like, so the entire rivalry that they made up never happened. Never happened. So the entire rivalry that was in the movie is completely made up. Have you ever met Joshua? Sorry, that time you played that nasty prank on him all those years ago. Go. Well, yes. That same year that Lily visited him, you know what happened? Kate, what happened? Where are you, Kate? Kate? But no one responded except for Kate. Well, what happened was, guys, Kate's face just disappeared. So what happened was, after some relax, Kate came back saying, where was I? Kate, you just disappeared. Sorry. Apparently, my smoke box, the stuff that you have to put gold as in before an engine first firing isn't as well as Burnett. In 1955, I was actually brought back from the Indian Valley. Why were you brought back? To fit that problem that I'm still having to occasionally to this day. Also, during that whole summer when Lily was gone, when Lily was there, yeah, I met her. Even though Burnett actually told me to close my eyes, and Burnett tried to work on me. He was devastated by the fact that my smoke box get rid of gold dust so fast and not even guys, I'm still working on the SP tab. I just also been guys.
Oh, this factory holds so many memories for me. That's why
Guys, I'm working still on that complete SP tab. A little tight tangent to my next video, talking about what I think should be coming up with the Millionaire Railway, but I want to say the next year. I want to say the next year. My next video is going to be talking about what I think should be coming up to Millionaire Railway in this year. I'm going to do a prediction, like at the beginning of the year, what I would like to see